It is August 31st, 1997, at 12:25 a.m. The peaceful night is disturbed by the horrific sound of screeching tires and metal crashing on metal. Witnesses run into the Alma Tunnel and see a black Mercedes S280 crash into the 13th pillar of the tunnel. There are 4 people in the car: driver Henry Paul, bodyguard Trevor Reese-Jones, Dodi Fayed, and Princess Diana. There was only one survivor, the bodyguard Trevor Reese-Jones. This is described as a tragic accident, but some people wonder, was it really an accident? Conspiracy theorists believe that the British government had plotted this death of Princess Diana by planning the car crash. Today I will discuss the suspicions, the theory, and the evidence that the MI6 conspiracy theorists have. The initial suspicions are some interesting details from the crash site and from Princess Diana's life at the time of her death. There are a few crash site inconsistencies that people wonder about. First is that there were paint and glass fragments found at the crash site that matched the car, the white Fiat Uno, that was never found. It was not at the scene, and police searched extensively for it for months, but they could never turn it up, and people wonder what happened to it. Another inconsistency is that the bodyguard, Trevor Reese-Jones, was the only person in the vehicle wearing a seatbelt. A lot of people find that strange because since he was the bodyguard on duty, it was protocol that he shouldn't be wearing a seatbelt in the vehicle, but he was. Many people suspect that he was given prior knowledge that the accident would occur, and so he wore a seatbelt. Many people believe that the British government wanted Princess Diana out of the way because she was dating Dodi Fayed, another victim of a car accident, and Dodi Fayed was not liked by the royal family. Sankey and McLeod said that he was described as a rich Arab, a champagne-stealing playboy, and a cocaine-storing party animal. This would not have looked good to have been associated with the royal family, and so they didn't support Diana dating him. There were also rumors that she may have been pregnant with his child, which just would have looked very bad for the royal family. So how do conspiracy theorists turn these suspicious things into a complete theory? Marion Bowman said that as soon as she heard about the death of Princess Diana, people voiced their concerns that it was a conspiracy of the British government. Apparently, the British government feared that Princess Diana dating Fayed would convince her to convert to Islam, which was his religion, and they worried that her converting would influence her children, Prince William and Prince Harry, to do the same. And the British government did not want people in the royal family to be of a different religion. John King and John Beveridge, in their book, Death of a Princess, The Investigation, describe what they believe was the plot. They believe that the British government, specifically the Secret Service Unit MI6, was assigned to come up with an assassination plot for Princess Diana. They think that a member of MI6 was driving the mysterious white Fiat Uno car that was never found, and that it crashed into the Mercedes and drove it into the 13th pillar, and that with the help of the British government, it was easy to make the white Fiat Uno car just disappear and never be found. But how do conspiracy theorists rationalize this theory with evidence? John King and John Beveridge interviewed Princess Diana's butler, Paul Burrell, and she had written him a letter 10 months before her death describing her fear that her death was being planned. She was scared that she would be in a car accident that would look like an accident, but was really a plotted out event. Her letter had some chillingly accurate details of what actually happened to her. And Paul Watson, in his article about Princess Diana's death, described that there was a large amount of time between when Princess Diana was removed from the crash site to when she was taken to the hospital, and no one really knew where the ambulance was or what was happening to her. There were no reports about it, and he believes that those delays were completely on purpose because they didn't want her to survive the crash. In conclusion, August 31st was a day that changed several people's lives. But was it fate, or was it a completely planned out event? Theorists today completely believe that it was the British government, and they continually try to bring their beliefs to light and bring forth new evidence to prove what happened to Princess Diana and that it was not an accident. Perhaps someday the mysterious fate of Princess Diana will be solved and she can finally be completely